Hey team, welcome to our cashier position-specific training video. First, let's go over our cashier code of ethics so you understand our ethical code for EATS2SEATS cashiers. Now, let's take a deep dive into our cashier code of ethics. Our cashier code of ethics includes our no self-tipping policy, which acknowledges you will never self-tip yourself from a customer order. You will always ask the customer if they want to leave a tip. Next is our cashless venue policy, which states that if cash is not accepted at the venue, you will never take cash for a sale or tip. Next is our dress code policy, which acknowledges that you will always show up in uniform. Every EATS2SEATS cashier needs to be optically perfect when coming on site. Next are our general alcohol laws, which acknowledges that you will follow and enforce these as a cashier and that you will follow our policies to a T. Next are our customer service standards policies, which acknowledge that you will always go above and beyond to ensure customers are happy that their standards and their satisfaction is met. And then lastly, we have our gatekeeper to tips acknowledgement, which is a simple acknowledgement that as a cashier, you are the gatekeeper to the tips in your own stand and that you must do your job well so that everyone in the stand can benefit financially. Every cashier must acknowledge this code of ethics when they complete their E2S Cashier Quiz on the MyTrainings section of their E2S Staff App. You will be terminated for violating any aspect of the E2S Cashier Code of Ethics on site. Next, let's take a deep dive into our E2S Cashier script, our North Star of cashiering. As a cashier, you have to know the E2S service script like the back of your hand. In general, every EATS2SEATS cashier must engage with the customer when they walk up, asking them how they are doing or if they're enjoying the event. When they respond, ask them how you may serve them. This is your opportunity to upsell based off the customer's response. Always offer a customer a complimentary item to what they ordered, and ideally it is one of our higher price point items. For example, if a customer orders a water, ask them if they want a pretzel. If a customer orders a pretzel, ask them if they'd like a drink and offer a beer as your first suggestion since it's our highest price point item usually. Once the customer orders and pays, then every cashier will close every sale with the iconic EATS2SEATS Cheers. To help cashiers master this script, we chefed up the ICOOK acronym. The I stands for initial contact, the C stands for conducive questions, the O stands for over upselling, the second O stands for option to tip, and the K stands for knocking it out of the park by saying cheers after every sale. The first aspect of the cashier script is the 10-5-3 rule during initial contact. 10 feet away, smile and make eye contact with the customer. 5 feet away, say hello to the customer. Then 3 feet away, start the transaction and ask the customer if they have any questions about our products. Once the customer is engaged with you, introduce yourself quickly by saying your name and welcoming them to your venue. Then ask them how they are doing. Once the customer responds, always ask them, how may I serve you? Next, let's get on to the upsell. By definition, an over upsell is an EATS2SEATS cashier upsell that is so good it cannot be classified as a standard upsell. For a deeper dive on over upselling at EATS2SEATS, once the customer initially orders, this is where we have a chance to over upsell. Based off what the customer orders, offer them a complimentary item to their order. For example, if they order a food item, offer them a drink. If they order a drink, ask them if they want any food. When you state your suggestions or if they ask what is available, always point them to higher price point items on our menu to maximize sales volumes. For general upselling tips to succeed, know the products and the prices of those products on your menu so you are well prepared for upsell opportunities. Also, always offer add-ons like koozies or snack items. For efficiency, also always say the items you are ringing up aloud as you enter the customer order on your point of sale system. Once the customer order has been rung up on your point of sale device, this is where we will offer them the option to tip. As a cashier, you are obligated to always ask the customer if they'd like to leave a tip. You are the gatekeeper to tips in the stand, so you are letting the whole stand down if you are not actively doing this. Further, also always ensure the customer taps their payment option themselves and that you are never self-tipping yourself per our cashier code of ethics. Finally, to knock every sale out of the park, conclude every customer transaction with the iconic EATS2SEATS Cheers. Next, let's review best practices to succeed as a cashier at EATS2SEATS. Always understand our internal tips to drive more sales and to reap the benefits tip-wise. Value the cashier-runner relationship, stick to the EATS2SEATS cashier script, have a personality, and engage with customers, and this normally will lead you to success. As a cashier, ensure runners are coordinated throughout the shift to ensure we are operating at maximum efficiency. You should know the name of your assigned runner and you should go to them for all customer orders. Your runners are there to fulfill customer orders and to reduce your motion waste, and you are there to facilitate customer transactions with a premium level of service. Set up speed lines of product near your register to increase efficiency and decrease reliance on your runners. Dealing with difficult customers is another important aspect of being an EATS2SEATS cashier. Some of the guests we interact with may have been having a rough day or some other situation going on and may be difficult to interact with. Try to be positive and warm to the guest to keep tensions low. If you need to deny someone alcohol service because they seem too inebriated, always consult with your EATS2SEATS stand lead, never tell the customer they are too inebriated, and always let a supervisor handle that situation. Lastly, if the guest becomes very irate or has some other issues, apologize for any inconvenience and contact your leadership and then explain what's going on to your lead, ask them to assist the guest, and be available for your leadership just in case they need help getting something or reaching out to someone else like security. In summary, always be pleasant even with difficult customers and handle those situations to the best of your ability. Next, let's review how to work our standard point-of-sale systems. First, we have our non-mobile large point-of-sale systems normally found in concession stands. Point-of-sale systems like this will have their username and PIN number to sign in with on the machine. Stand leads will assist you logging into all point-of-sale systems once we're ready to sell. Once you're logged in, check that all the product you're selling is listed on the menu. When making a sale, follow our cashier script, select the picture of the product that you're selling, then click checkout. The point of sale will then prompt the customer to leave a tip and make a payment, and then you will advise the customer to tap or swipe their credit card at the screen facing them. If you ever have any trouble using your point of sale system, always get your stand lead or your site lead to help you. Next, let's review how to work our handheld point of sale system. These are normally found at beer portables or for hawkers. Your site lead will provide the username and PIN number for you to sign in if you're using one of these handheld systems. Remember your PIN number because this is how we track your tips. When you're making a sale, similar to the big point of sale systems in the concession stands, select the picture of the product you're selling, click checkout, and then turn the point of sale to the customer where they'll be asked to leave a tip and then they'll make payment. They can tap their credit card on top of the point of sale or enter a credit card with a chip on the bottom of the point of sale. As always, if you're having any trouble using your point of sale system, always contact your stand lead or your site lead to help you. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please text your ROD or email support@EATS2SEATS.com and we will get back to you ASAP. May God bless America, may God bless all of our cashiers, and may God bless EATS2SEATS.